I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstars. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they hollering, baby. I keep modeling, baby. ATL, DMV. I put the spotlight on your city. Carolina, Philly. I put the spotlight on your city.
Late. Let's give it up one time. Yeah. Let's give it up. One time for Spotlight Over the City, man. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Spotlight Over the City. I'm your host, Stan Long, along with the lovely Terry T-Bomb Long. Give it up one time. Hey. Building. We got a wonderful show for you guys today. You guys, the energy is high. We're ready to go. It's V-Day. So, all you guys, well, you know, I don't really get into it, but happy Valentine's Day to everybody who does celebrate the holiday. Hope you guys are in a good space today with your mates. But first, welcome aboard WLVS listeners. Welcome aboard Hall Mills Network in Jersey. Shout out to you guys up there for tuning in and keeping us locked in every Thursday. We appreciate you guys. Everybody in the ATL, Robin and Brian, we see you down in the ATL. We got a movement coming back to the ATL soon, so just look out for us. We're going to be broadcasting live from there, covering a whole bunch of events in Atlanta. So shout out to everybody in Atlanta that's been with us from day one, because that's where we started, in ATL. So shout out to you, Robin, once again, for holding us down in the ATL. So we're going to bring you some stuff from the ATL soon. Shout out also to Charlotte. We'll be down there covering the All-Star. So shout out to DJ Skills.
Hey,
as well. Shout out to Cuzzo, holding it down on the ones and twos, man. He's doing an amazing job. And so we're going to be covering a lot of the stuff that's going on with him as well. So we're looking forward to that. Shout out to everybody in Charlotte, the No Clown movement that watches us every week. So we appreciate you guys as well. New York, Jersey, we're not leaving you out. Philly as well. Philly in the building. Shout out Gilly too. Shout out the homie, man. We had a ball with Trey. We covered the Halloween event. Shout out Slick Rick and his camp as well. Trey Chaney, who surprised me. I didn't know he was a rapper. But he was getting his rap. I didn't know that.
He killed it, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He did an amazing job.
He killed it.
But before we get into that, our show is brought to you by none other than Horse and Dickies, one of our favorite sponsors. Make sure you guys get out there and get you some good old fish and shrimp and all that other good stuff, and let them know that Spotlight Over the City sent you, so that they can hit that button and give you that 10% discount on your whole entire order. So make sure you get out there and get that Spotlight special. Let them know Spotlight Over the City sent you.
Yes,
also, Leverett Financial Services, www.leverettfinancialservices.com. Get out there and check that website out. A lot of good information about finances and getting your money right, retirement, and a whole bunch of things, insurances and just some stuff. So good stuff.
Here we got one more. We have the Nelson Manor.
Oh yes, definitely can't leave out the Nelson Manor. Make sure you guys check out the Nelson Manor. I coined the phrase, so if they use it, they're gonna have to pay me. But what did I say anyway? It's not just a stay. It's an experience, right? And the reason I say that is because we have not experienced the entire situation, but we've been to the Nelson Manor, and it's an amazing experience. And so make sure you guys get out there and check out the Nelson Manor. What's the website?
www.thenelsonmanor.com, and you spell it just like it sounds. TheNelsonManor.com. TheNelsonManor.com. They had an open house yesterday. It was fabulous. So you all should check them out. And if you book any accommodations in 2019 by May 1st and tell them your discount code is Spotlight, you will get 20% off of your 2019 accommodations, no matter when you stay. As long as you book the stay by May 1st, you can stay anytime in 2019 and get your 20% Spotlight discount. How cool is that?
That's super cool. And they also have a part of it, like, we're not giving you the gist. So let us, do we have a trailer on it?
No, we did the trailer last week. I just wanted to throw that out there to you all to go to their website. You still got time to do your 20% Spotlight special for 2019 accommodations, thenelsonmanor.com.
Yeah, not far from the MGM Grand, and it's an amazing experience. I mean, they even have a tiny house in the back that you can also stay in. That's so lit. Like, it's amazing. You have to go there and just check it out. Go to the website. I think they have pictures and stuff on it.
Yeah,
so check it out. Nelson Manor. Yeah. And also shout out to Taurus and yonder.
I know, aren't they so sweet? I love them.
That's
Happy Valentine's Day to y'all.
And happy Valentine's Day to all of you guys that's watching and listening as well. So let's get into it. Spotlight News.
Spotlight News sponsored by Horace and Dickies. We just did a quick weekend recap because Stan and I were at the Hollywood Theater on Friday night covering Trey Shaney, and he killed it. He opened up for Slick Rick. Slick Rick, yes. But Trey is, y'all look out for him in the hip hop scene. You all used to seeing him on The Wire and what is it, Saints and Sinners. He's got some other projects coming out.
Check out Saints and Sinners too, on Bounce TV.
We have a full exclusive interview with him on our YouTube channel, Spotlight Over the City TV. Go check it out. You will get some things from that young man.
Maybe we should have showed it once up. Why don't we show it once out?
Of the interview? Yeah, we might get on a commercial break. We might be able to do that. Yeah.
Exactly.
So, Steve Harvey. I've been here. I haven't watched it myself. I watched a few clips of it today. But he had a sit down with Monique on his show, Steve Harvey, what is it, like a talk show on NBC. And it got heated, right? You all remember when Monique was in the news maybe about, 2 years ago, babe? Maybe it's been a little longer than that. How she kind of like went off on Lee Daniels, Oprah. She felt like she got snubbed with the Netflix deal. You know, it was just a lot of drama going on. Her husband jumped in for her and saying all this stuff. She's worth X amount, and
that's what went bad.
She ain't doing it. If she ain't getting paid, he need to sit down and be quiet.
You need to be quiet, Sydney, whatever your name is.
Yeah,
sit your ass down. See, that's the whole problem. You muddied up the waters. See, you gotta understand, it's politics and everything. Yeah. Right? And so you gotta know how to politic. And
I
so
get
that's
it.
part of the problem. It ain't ass kissing, it ain't none of that. You gotta really know how to play.
Can you play the clip?
It really is.
Then we'll start talking about it.
Let's go to the clip. I know you
I probably should have called you as soon as, but I didn't. I got a lot of stuff going on. So I didn't. When I did call you, I listened to you. But I began telling you at the very beginning, I think we're going about this the wrong way. Now, we keep saying stuff in the interim that keeps just making it worse. Hollywood know you talented.
But it's making it worse for who?
It's making it worse.
For who?
Okay, if you think it's cool, then it's cool.
That's what I'm saying.
But it's not cool, Mo.
For who?
It's not cool.
For who?
The fact that we sitting here arguing like this.
We're not arguing.
Okay, we're discussing.
You and your sister, we having a conversation that mommy and daddy ain't here right now,
cool.
and I'm getting ready to punch you in your mouth.
Nah.
That's the conversation. Bam, bam. Right. I think what happens, though, is I've had to understand how to agree to disagree without being upset. And that's the thing. I disagree with my brother. I'm not upset with you. I love you.
I probably should have.
Man, we're back.
Yeah, we're back.
What you guys think?
I want to tell y'all, this part wasn't on that clip because the clip was really short, but if for any of you all who did see it or those that didn't, the gist of it is Monique was telling Steve that she kind of had an issue with him because he didn't stand up for her during that time. Not him and most others that she felt like should have stood up for her and spoke on her behalf, they did not. And so, you know, I have been seeing though that lots of the social media,
We on air. All back.
Lots of the social media clan is teaming up with Monique now. Now that they've seen her on Steve Harvey and they've heard her out and heard both sides, they're slamming Steve because he's selling out, so they say, for money, where Monique is standing for integrity. And so that's what
let's
it's come
stop right
down
here for
to.
1 second. I don't mean to cut you off.
Okay.
Let you finish. I just want to intervene for 1 second. Let's think about it. Because we always talking about selling out and this and that, and I believe in that because you already know I'm Black Wall Street. So at the end of the day, the selling out, how can you help your community? Like you have to have finances and a whole bunch of things to back a movement of any kind, to give it any kind of power and strength. You have to empower yourself first, right? You have to be empowered. And so financially empowered is one of the things we have to do to be able to fight with anything, correct?
Yeah.
And so if you shun yourself and want to go from big ABC networks or whatever networks you were on, Fox, whoever you were on, all the way down to being independent and having podcasts on the internet and all that same stuff I can do, then you shun yourself. There's no buying power there. There's no staying power there when you come from this to that. So in order to maintain, you have to have staying power. and have staying power, you have to know how to play. And it's not about selling out. See, Steve Harvey, I can't speak on him, but what I do know is he's built an empire. He can help a lot of people, way triple times more than Monique. And so, see, that's what it comes down to. We have to get back to building our communities up and know where the power comes from. So he said the wicked stored up the wealth for the righteous. That just means you have to get in the arena with them. You have to know how to play with them. And you can't just shun them. That's my opinion, though. And so you can be a broke ass from the sideline talking about black power, or you can get your black ass in the arena and know how to play the game and really have some black power.
I mean, that's a very good point. I mean, Steve said on the show, he said, quote, "I'm not going to crumble just so that I can make a statement. Like, you know, I'm black and this, you know, and I deserve this." He's like, "I'm not crumbling my empire and my money to make that statement." And
What you saying on Facebook about it? Facebook, let's weigh in a little bit.
What y'all got to say about
Have a
it?
comment. You see the word.
And Monique is saying, you know, he's compromising integrity for money. And then Steve said, this is not a money game. He said this is a money game. He's telling people this is not about black or white. Steve said, I play the money game, period.
That's what I'm speaking on. It's called the money game. So if like I just told you, if you want to have staying power, you have to be powerful. So to be powerful, you gotta know how to play. And so you can cut yourself out the game, and they'll sideline you. Like, I believe everything. Like Colin Kaepernick, I'm right there. But it's a movement for a cause. You have to have money to back that cause. You have to have finances, this and that. So he was equipped already.
Yeah.
Well, Monique not equipped. And so you have to equip yourself for the conditions coming forward. And don't take no money off the table when you already had the bag in your hand. Don't ever take the money off the table when you got the bag in your hand. Deal with the politics on the backside.
Yeah.
Deal
What
with
if it compromises your integrity?
You never do that. You never do that. So if that was put on the table, Monique, right? You don't ever put your integrity on the line.
Yeah.
Right? That's not what you do. But I saw her storming and ranting and raving about some stuff that had nothing to do with integrity. It had something to do with your husband being a big mouth and a goofball, and I don't understand how to play the game because he's a little boy. He don't understand how to play big boy games. So he came in with a Baltimore Ratchet side of attitude, not the Ratchettown Road side of the. He was all the way down East Baltimore on Greenmount. That attitude came over there.
Yeah.
Well,
okay.
Greenmount.
Well, moving on. 21 Savages. 21 is free.
He's out.
Yeah, the homie free, but guess what though?
What?
First of all, salute to him for being free, because that's what we was calling for, and I'm saluting that. But Trump has signed something to put immigration to a different whole status.
Yeah, I heard.
And so what they're trying to say now is you used to be able to stay here and wait till a 3-4 year period out, because it takes a long time for this situation to manifest itself for you to get your stay or whatever the case is. Well, now Trump said, "Oh hell no, I got something for you. I'm gonna send you back to where you say you are a citizen of, and I'm gonna let you wait that out in your country, and then we'll make a decision based on that from there. But you gonna wait 4 years over there, not over here." And so now he's still facing being deported.
Determined to be an ass.
Because this is what a lot of people have already faced that's not famous, and this is what the light is about. See, it's a lot of people that's prison reform. Shout out Meek Mills, Jay-Z, everybody on there, Robert Kraft, the whole movement. Prison reform is something that's the same kind of way. You had a lot of people in jail for false imprisonment and a whole bunch of other stupid stuff. Political prisoners, everything going on.
Yeah.
And they've been held for years and years and got a whole bunch of time for no reason. And so without a Meek Mills shining light, these people still was in jail. These people still in jail. And so it's not just for Meek Mills, or it's not just thank God for these people shining light on it, but it's not just the Meek Mills, and it's definitely not just what's the boy?
21?
Yeah, it's not just these guys.
21.
Unfortunately, they just posted children that has a light on them.
Yeah.
And so now we can see the whole situation.
Yeah, well, I heard
And it sucks.
I heard Lil Duval got locked up for about 4 hours for driving on a Lil Duval though, for real. Like, you had a suspended license since 1997,
right?
What the hell? Like,
So who does does that though,
Lil Duval.
So you the clown.
Is it Duval or Duval?
It's Duval. We get to clown you this week, man. Cause that's crazy.
That's crazy.
They talking about he got right out. He gonna put it out there early before we get to talk
His
about
name
it.
is Roland Powell. Did you know that?
And you was a lightweight cupcake too, though. And when you got locked up, what was it? You a 125? Well, hold up, put that back. This cupcake 120. Look at 125. 5'6" and 125.
That's what he got locked up yesterday. That's his mugshot from yesterday. Roland Powell.
Hey, he must be vegan.
Okay, Roland.
He's still living his best life though. He said that today. He did 4 hours.
Shout out to you. That's the home. I love him, man. I love what he's doing.
Okay, we ain't gonna talk about the Virginia governor, but it was kind of like that's where this kind of stuff has started about a week or so ago. The Virginia governor, you all know, we talked about that story last week with the black face, and now he's saying that ain't me in that picture. Well, it's him. And then allegedly, and then Gucci got in trouble right after that. Not got in trouble, but Gucci.
Yeah, got a slap on
got a slap on the wrist for having that
protesting
a black face sweater or something like that. And lots of the celebrities are like, no more Gucci. Like Soulja Boy said, listen here, I'm gonna donate all my Gucci stuff. I'm giving it away. 50 Cent went on publicly and started cutting his Gucci stuff up, burning it up, all of that stuff. But your boy Floyd Mayweather said, I don't care what nobody say. I love Gucci and I ain't into all of that. I don't even care what's going on. I'm going to the Gucci store and I'm about to drop tons of money. And that's what he did. He said, I still love Gucci stuff.
Yeah, he sound like a rich coon.
Is that wrong?
Well, you have your opinion. It's no wrong or right.
Meaning, like, is it wrong to still buy it or use it? You know, like I have Gucci bags and I'm struggling. I'm like, I don't want to get rid of them.
I got Gucci on right now.
I don't want to get rid of my Gucci bags.
This is the thing I'm saying. I got Gucci on now, tennis shoes, all that, right? But guess what?
Gucci down.
Ain't nothing on me new or nothing, so I'm not promoting. I'm not going to put more money. So what you do is you put more money back into the pockets. And what we have not led to understand yet, for whatever reason, is that the power is not in marching up and down with your picket signs, talking about we're going to overcome and all this other buffoonery that we got going on. I don't know what we've done this since before I was alive, and it got us nothing but water hoses and sticks on our head and arrested. And they still had the same zeal. So what we have to understand is you have to get where people's mentality lie. Every color is affected by a dollar. I don't care what color you are. Yeah. You are financially affected if I affect your dollar.
Yep.
So guess what I could do instead of boycotting, walking around in the city, because who are you talking about when you scream Black Lives Matter? And shout out to them for the movement. Yeah. But who are you talking to when you run up down the street talking about Black Lives Matter? Because they don't give a damn what you talking about. They just laugh at you and they sick the dogs on you if you go too hard and put the National Guards on you. And so at the end of the day, what do you accomplish? Because who are you talking to? And why do you think they care? So they know your life matter, but they just don't care. Yeah. So what I'm showing you is when you take that same energy, y'all, and we collectively decide to put the dollar back into our communities and start coming together and pooling our dollars and not worrying about if they think our lives matter. Just know your life matter for your own community and take some stance there and start building together. Don't support products that don't support us. That's all you have to do. Pull your funds away. Direct your funds. Have some resources to direct with. Yeah. And that's when you can be at exchange. Then they'll give you their attention undivided. You know why? Because you hurt the dollar. That's the bottom line. That is so you can boycott, you can walk around and run them down the street all you want. So you're wasting a lot of energy. Let's get to it. Let's get to what really counts.
I agree, baby. Montclair's in the same type of situation. They did, what did they have? Can you put that picture up?
Yeah, well, this is their apology, right? You want to read it?
Right, but they did the black penguin thing.
No, they did more than the black penguin. They had a whole blackface line.
We are so sorry for any offense caused. They spelled offense wrong. For any offense caused by the use of the stylized face of the penguin character Malfi on some of the items of clothing. Malfi the penguin is one of a cast of characters created by artists. Blah 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 blah. So anyway, long story short.
Boo, we don't believe you. You need more people.
They in the same bucket. So
we don't believe you, Montclair.
Y'all gotta stop this stuff.
Let me tell you something.
They spend a lot of money.
Okay, so let's just talk about it. Let's go back to the government right back there. We're gonna make it real quick and sweet. All of these people are showing you their perspective on thinking. right? And it's not just companies sometimes. It's just sometimes idiots that design the clothing for the companies and they don't oversee it well, that kind of goofball stuff. And so what I'm showing you is this been going on though, right? This is a lot of these companies been doing this. So if you got a governor that's a Democrat and he's still black-faced up and standing next to a Klansman, then what do you think about the Republicans that's down in Virginia? That they might get the seat when you start blackballing all the rest of the Democrats. And what you think? So at the end of the day, everything we doing, like I said, we keep directing our energy all done. Man, keep the dude in there. You already know that. At least you know, because you know a Republican gonna come right behind him, and he had 18 black faces, 20 black Klansmen standing next to him, and so, was he gonna let him take the office and stuff? At least he showed you his hand, and he could have definitely changed. From this point, this perspective on. But if you start wearing everyone's clothing, you guys that had a Klan face or do a black face or this or that, I promise you that's a great start, and that's what we need to do. Stop wearing it.
Yeah.
But it's a whole, we'll be naked in a minute if we uncover everybody.
I like that.
Because it's going to be a whole bunch of other companies that'll show you their hand.
Yeah.
H&M just showed you their hand, call you a monkey, all this kind of buffoonery. They showing you, right? You try to listen. When they tell you something, believe them.
That's right. They show you.
Keep your money in your pocket. Put it back in your neighborhood.
That's right.
Open you up a clothing store, grocery store. Clean this. Do something.
Do something. Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt. If I said Hunt, I meant Hunt. I like this young man. He was a star running back for the Kansas City Chiefs last season. This season it just passed.
Talking that.
He was the star running back for Kansas City Chiefs and got waived from the team mid-season when they were soaring on his back too. Well, I mean that quarterback is amazing as well, but he got caught on camera for allegedly physically assaulting a female, like right around in the elevator scene in the hotel, right? Well, Cleveland Browns have decided to give this man a second chance, so he's not going to. What happened to Ray Rice, which is flashbacks for us, hopefully won't happen to this young man, and hopefully he will show the Kansas City Chiefs that they made a huge mistake by not even letting the situation play itself out, and he's going to be a Cleveland Brown for the 2019 season.
A Cleveland Brown.
Kudos to you, young man.
So shout out to Cleveland.
Make us proud.
I like that. That's a big deal.
I like it.
So they took a chance on him.
Yeah.
And they should. I think they should. I mean, you know, he's young, so he's going to make some idiot mistakes. He's a 20-some-year-old.
Yeah.
So and he's still a kid.
Your boy, R. Kelly, is back in the news again. They found a videotape, y'all.
R. Kelly, man, what y'all weighing on this on Facebook? Jeff,
allegedly having sex with and peeing on an underage girl, and then on the tape referring to her private parts as this is some 14-year-old P-U-S-S-Y. I ain't want to say the word.
Babe, they can spell.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I had to tell him what he said.
Yeah.
He called the P. Yeah. The P word. He said this is some 14-year-old P.
We got us a sex therapist and he gonna talk about the P.
Yes.
So R. Kelly, back to R. Kelly. Hey, shout out to Jeff on Facebook, my homie. What's going on, big man? Clayton down in ATL. What's going on, ATL?
That Russell, Stacy Gordon.
Everybody in on there. We can't read them all right now, but thank you guys for tuning in. We see y'all in there.
Yes, we do.
I'm weighing on this R. Kelly thing. This is not the same tape, you guys, from the past. This is a new tape, right?
Yeah.
So we breaking it out right here on Spotlight. It's a whole new tape, right? And this is so. But I told you he's sick. I don't know why people don't think that Robert Kelly is sick. Robert Kelly was molested as a young boy, allegedly by his own sister, and that is traumatizing to the brain. And so he has a sickness. And I'm not making no excuses because they should arrest him. Like, you have to be arrested. Yeah, and some of these parents need a belt to their ass or something going on because you pimped your children.
Jeff said R. Kelly is a creep. Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
times 3. Times
he is, but he's sick. So that's mental. It's a mental health issue. Like, he has a mental situation. I'm not saying that that's an excuse.
Like that docuseries we watched. We can't really go into it, y'all, but we watched this docuseries about a week ago. Remember?
What was the name of it?
That family. It was Kidnapped in Broad Daylight on Netflix, y'all.
Yes.
Y'all got to
that joint
see
tight, yeah.
that.
It kind of alluded to something.
So
yeah, we
watch
can't get
that,
into it, but
and then we'll talk about it next week. Kidnapped in Broad Daylight, Netflix. Watch it so we can talk about it next week on the show.
And before you go into your news, I want to just say real quick while we're speaking on film, shout out to Christopher Hall Sr.
Hey,
Christopher Hall Sr. Shout out to you, my brother. Keep your head up. You got some big things coming, and can't wait to see you on the other side. He has a movie coming out called Parole. It's an action comedy. And it's gonna be amazing, and his story is also amazing. And I'm not gonna give it away. I'm gonna just say, we'll see you when you get on the other side.
Yes, we're excited about that. Who's your spotlight shining star this week, honey?
Man, where my glasses at? Where my glasses? Let me see.
We got a local spotlight shining star.
Shout out to the homie Eric Weaver. Eric Weaver is today's shining star. Before I go into it, Spotlight Shining Star is my favorite part of the show. It's because we always spotlight one individual in our community or abroad. It could be famous, it could be not so much. Somebody who's doing something amazing for the community. Someone who's going out and not being recognized maybe for the good works that they're doing. So here we come putting a spotlight on that. So today it's a local, and his name is Eric Weaver. He's been on the show. He's part of the Spotlight family. So salute to you, Eric, because Eric has a program called I don't know if it's called Returning Citizens, but what he does is return citizens from prison. And his story is amazing, by the way. He returns people from prison into the work life and help them to transition. Yeah, it's called the Ready Center, y'all. It just opened. Yeah, and it's on the grounds of the jail, if I'm not mistaken. It is. And so they built a facility. I saw it on the television, on the news the other day. And they're building. They have a facility, and it's now open where they house people coming, transitioning, and help them to get jobs right there from prison. So salute to you, Eric Weaver. We really appreciate all the work that you're doing. The hard work that you put into that situation prior to even getting your own. You were still grinding, hitting the curb. We covered something a few years ago out there where they had some out in the park, and they had a big thing for the returning citizens and stuff like that when I first connected. So we appreciate you, brother. Shout out to you for being Spotlight Shining Star. Spotlight Shining Star, Eric Weaver. Over in Southeast putting in some work. We appreciate you, my brother. Okay, well, we got to move along, but before we do, I do want to say something about this wonderful man sitting right here, my husband, right? It's not even Happy Valentine's Day. I want to say that I'm so super proud of this man. Last night we were in Baltimore, and he was a recipient of a Black Wall Street Award just for his efforts in trying to push this Black Wall Street movement forward. And I couldn't have been prouder standing in the audience while he received his plaque. And two other things about this great man sitting beside me. He's got the first stop of his book tour. You all see the book here. Is going to be on Monday in Baltimore. So go to our page, my page, his page, the Spotlight page, and get the details on the location and the time in Baltimore Monday, please, and come out and support my man and his book. I'm so super proud of him. I've read the book. Lots of people have read it. It's an amazing story. It's triumphant. So please, we would love to have your support. And if you can't make it out to the book signing on Monday, we'll have more to come. We'll have one on the DMV side soon. And you can also contact us, and we can find a way to get you some books, because we have books, okay? So I'm proud of you for that. And thank you. First of all, let me say thank you for the kind words and the compliments and stuff like that. And shout out to Donnie Glover for the Black Wall Street Award. And I'm proud to be a part of the movement Black Wall Street. Can't wait to get it going.
And the last thing is, his birthday is Saturday, y'all.
His birthday Saturday?
Yours.
What?
So I just want to say an early happy birthday to my husband.
Happy birthday to your husband.
The CEO and host of this amazing show. He is going to have a birthday on Saturday.
Yes, and I'm so grateful to God to say I have a birthday. So thank God for another birthday.
Now we gotta let's talk about sex, baby.
Yes, we're gonna talk
about sex. Y'all ready? Send me some questions for Dr. Donna. She's coming right up after the commercial break, y'all. Send us your questions. If you all are watching on www.spotlightovercity.com or spotlightovercitylive.com, in order to do some questions and interact, you might have to switch over to our Spotlight Facebook page. But we are about to get into some things with our wonderful, amazing guest. Dr. Donna is coming right up after the commercial break.
We'll be right back. Spotlight Over the City.
Woo woo.
I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstars. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they hollering, baby. I keep modeling, baby. ATLD. I put the spotlight on your city. Carolina, Philly. I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstars. I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstar. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they hollering, baby. I keep modeling, baby. ATLD. I put the spotlight on your city. Carolina, Philly. I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstar. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they hollering, baby. I keep modeling, baby. ATLD. I put the spotlight on your city. Carolina, Philly. I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstar. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they hollering, baby. I keep modeling, baby. ATLD. I put the spotlight on your city. Carolina, Philly. I put the spotlight on your city.
It's a good. Give it up one time. Got us a +1 in the building. Give it up.
We are back, you all, with a +1 to my right, to Stan's left, is the amazing Dr. They call you Dr. Donna, right? Yeah. Dr. Donna! Wow, you know what? We've been hyping this up all week. It's Valentine's Day, so we thought this would be the perfect type of show to have someone with your expertise. We have like 30 minutes, but we're gonna maximize this 30 minutes and, you know, like talk about some things that
We're gonna get into some sex talk.
we're gonna get into some sex talk. Did you have some specific questions or something? Because you asked before we get into the specific questions, why don't you give our viewers and listeners just a quick overview of who Dr. Donna is, you know, how you got into this lane of, you know what, sex therapy, I think I might be good at that. You know, tell the viewers so they can get the 411 on Dr. Donna.
Okay, well, hi, I'm Dr. Donna. Let's see, how did I get it? Honestly, people just told me their business a lot.
So you started being nosy and then just jumped into a profession?
I wasn't even being nosy.
Yeah.
People just decided that they wanted to share. Something in my face says, give me all the tea.
Tell me more.
Yeah, and I was like, well, if I'm going to getting the tea anyway, I might as well get paid to do this work.
Hey.
So I looked it up. I remember watching Meet the Fockers. I don't know if you're
Oh, that's one. When I say I love that movie,
I think I'm the only person that ain't seen
1
that
and
yet.
2 though.
Yes, I haven't been seen
Man, that
that.
movie is so hilarious.
That's actually how I discovered that being a sex therapist was a real thing.
Really?
Yeah, I saw the mom on the show on that movie. And I was like, well, let me go ahead and look this up. And I looked it up. I was like, okay, so ASET, the Association of Sexologists, Therapists, and Counselors. I was like, okay, this is real. I can actually be a sex therapist.
Yeah.
Great. Where do I go to school for this?
Wow.
So I went to Widener University.
Okay.
And got my PhD in human sexuality.
Okay. I love that. I love it.
So okay, that's interesting in itself. Human sexuality.
Yeah.
That's what you have a degree in.
Yeah.
Yes.
At first I was a master of sex. And now I'm a doctor of sex.
Doctor of sex.
Back up a little bit.
I got a master's in it too.
How did you wait?
She got a master's and a PhD
You can't
in
just run
sex.
past that like that. How did you become a master of sex?
I went to school for it too.
She said two,
So
which
it's
means she has
school.
practical.
It's a school for sex?
Yes.
Can you have sex there?
Yeah, I need to hear about the sex.
Can you have sex there?
What happens at sex school? My wife.
Do they do live demos?
Hey, now what happens at sex school? Let's talk about this sex school thing.
Well, some of the stuff that happened in sex school, you do watch videos.
Okay.
And sometimes it can be uncomfortable because you're in a room full of people watching, but educational porno.
I watch porno.
And having discussions on it. So techniques that we notice, as well as really getting into that feeling space anyway. Because most of sex therapy is not really technique. People know how to have sex,
Right.
but it's usually the other things that get in the way of having the sex that they want to be.
Like
having.
what? So
Yeah,
for
yeah.
example,
Give
what
me one
things
example of something.
Communication.
Okay.
Yeah.
Communication
Big.
will mess people up every single time. They don't know what to say. They don't know how to ask for what they want. It's just a.
I can relate. I used to be that because as much as I talk and joke and stuff, I'm really more, I'm not very forthcoming with certain things like that, like one-on-one. I can talk to groups of people and we go out and socialize, but when it's one-on-one, I've always been a little more reserved when it comes to that. I mean, I'm much better now, but I can relate to that because there may have been things that I wanted done in my mind, but I would never say it. So if the person didn't guess, I just wouldn't have it. But now,
a lot of people have that problem.
Yes.
really?
Yes,
Yeah.
especially women. Women
Yeah.
have been taught that their role is to look like sex, not want to have sex. We've been taught to be silent about the type of sex that we want to have because sex is not for our bodies, sex is for male bodies.
Oh,
That you're supposed to be a passive participant and let him do what he wants.
Whatever he wants.
And be happy with that. But that's not
That's not it.
That ain't it.
business.
That's not it.
Not at all.
Right, we have to ask for what we want when it comes to sex.
That's
if you
right.
want him to put his toe in it, tell him to do it. His big toe.
So wait.
Do it.
Do all women squirt?
Put the toe.
Do all women squirt?
Toenails.
Put the toenail first, and then go ahead.
He said do all
So
women
wait.
squirt. He just gets right to
You
one
just
of
want to
them.
get all of it.
Right. Like, dang, honey.
So did you say put the toe in?
I said if a woman wants the man to put his big toe in there, she should tell him that I want you to
clip
clip your toenail, but I want you to put that big toe in there.
So is the women out here with that kind of fetish?
Yes.
Do you guys have a big toe fetish? Like you want?
I've been wanting you to put your big toe. I was just waiting for this opportunity to say it.
Now you know. Look at that. That's communication. Look at that. I want everybody to
Yes.
say
Look at that. You put it right out there. If you got any more wish lists, just write them down.
Well, I just told everybody publicly the big toe.
Yeah, you did. Yes, you did.
Well, there
You
is
did
a
that.
yes, no, maybe chart that I usually recommend people use so that they can sort of get into those space of what it is that they actually want from sex.
Right.
So it lists a whole bunch of different sexual acts. There's the regular list, and then there's the kinky list.
Yeah. Then you got
But
stuff
you
in the
would
middle.
do each of them on your own. So
Now,
you
what
do
defines
one, you
kinky,
do one, and then you
though?
sort of come back together and you discuss what you said yes to, what you said were absolute nots, and what you said, okay, maybe I'll try.
Right.
And me, I'm all about goal planning, so you better put that thing down on a calendar.
Yeah.
When do you want
When
to
do you
try?
want to try this?
Okay,
And
but
when do you
wait.
need to do that?
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. And I told my husband that I'm pretty much like,
This
you
gonna
know,
be fun right
I'm
here.
pretty much open to mostly whatever my husband wants to do. Except I said no animals, right? Remember I told you
Yeah, well,
that.
that's not something we had to do. So look, let me ask you.
But some people are. I gotta be
Right.
clear.
And that's true.
I just
So-
need to be clear.
But no, I'm not. And so we were safe on that. But
Anything
get back to
else
this
goes.
kinky thing for 1 second. What defines, okay, what puts you on the kinky list? Because you said you got regular sex, right? And then
Well,
you have,
not regular.
well, I mean, just
Like-
basic, like, not kinky, like non-kinky.
What's kinky?
So then, that's what I'm asking. What defines
It's
kinky?
relative.
To a
Probably.
completely different level. Now, yes, kinky is definitely relative. A lot of people have a little bit of kink in them, so they're into choking. So
So that's just
a little bit of
little kinky.
asphyxiation.
So that's not
Yeah.
like way kinky, that's just a little bit.
It depends,
Depends
on
on
how
who
you
it
do it.
is.
Okay, so
So
that's
some people are using hands and other people are using objects.
But I also
Okay.
feel like kinky, it depends on who you're talking to, because kinky to me might be, whips and chains and doing it on top of the roof
Whips and
outside.
chains
That could be kinky to me, but kinky to someone else could just be doing it in the bathroom. Doing it in the bathroom is
Or in the
regular to
car,
me.
out somewhere in
Yeah,
public,
in the
or-
car and out in public is regular to me, but
But
not.
Wait,
Very
don't
kinky to
don't
somebody
divulge
else.
all your
No, that was
sexual
that was
stuff
me
on
and
the
you.
show.
Remember in the
I'm
park.
just saying you can't
Oh,
talk about everything you
Oh, don't-
do in the world. But
I'm hearing
anyway,
don't put all
Right.
the business in.
Right.
yeah, because she just said don't give a damn. She just the whole damn world, everything we ever did in our damn life.
Spotlight
But listen,
They do some stuff too.
okay, yeah, they do. What kind of stuff y'all doing? Get on there and Facebook and let me know what y'all doing. What's happening?
Your sister said some men still think sex is something to do to women instead of with them.
Who said that?
Say it. My sister.
Okay, say it again. What she say?
some men still think that sex is something to do to women instead of with them. Y'all,
Right.
yeah.
I like that. I
Yeah.
like that a lot. So do all women squirt?
Nope.
It's not even
But-
possible for all women to squirt?
From the research that I've seen, it is possible, but not all women squirt, just like all women don't have
They
orgasms.
sure don't.
And all men don't have, yeah.
Do all men have orgasms?
They're more likely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I want
don't-
to say that
would
the
be-
statistics
would
were
be
somewhere
odd
like
to me.
98% of men
Have them.
have
Have
orgasms.
and so-
Of straight men have orgasms.
Right.
Actually, I think it was mostly all men.
Yeah. So now,
Lesbian women are more likely to have orgasm than straight women.
Why is that?
now why is that? Yeah.
Because women are more likely to pay attention to another woman's pleasure than a man is.
Than a man. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then that's why you need to be, okay. So we're going to get to this.
White supremacist patriarchy is not the business when it comes to sex. And people look at me like, how you get white supremacist patriarchy out of that? I get it out of there because beauty politicking is part of the problem. Who do we think is cute? Who do we say is cute? And how cute do you feel in the body that you have?
Yeah.
So if everything is, oh, I want a red bone, long hair, don't care, and you aren't that, you might feel some type of way. It makes it more difficult for you to free yourself when you're having sex with somebody.
Yeah. Yeah. I can see
Okay,
that.
I never thought of that.
Yeah.
I guess that's a woman. I think women have more complex about themselves and about, you know, how people perceive them and all that.
Yeah,
than men.
society given.
We don't necessarily have those hang-ups as
Yeah.
men. So you think the sexual, when it comes to orgasm, you
Well,
said,
men do definitely have issues.
Yeah.
A lot of their value is placed on their penis. If they can't perform, they don't feel so great. They
Yeah.
don't feel manly enough anymore.
That's very true.
They're trying to exert power through their penis because they haven't been given other ways to go ahead and express themselves.
it's power
Especially
in our
black
penis, though.
men.
We got power in our penis.
Yeah, but black men
Penis
have
powerful.
been in a lot of ways
Hashtag powerful
reduced.
penis.
Black men have been reduced to just the sex that they can have instead of their whole being, which that puts a lot of pressure on the sex that you're having. So every now and then I see people that can't perform sexually. So they're trying to get themselves together. They end up in my office and it's like, okay, well, what's going on? I can't keep myself hard. What's the issue? Okay, there's a lot of pressure. You putting the pressure on yourself to perform. Your partner's putting the pressure on you to perform because there's some women who also, what Felicia said, they think that sex is something that is done to them, that an orgasm is a gift their partner gives them. So they ain't getting nothing either.
Wow. So what do you find that most of your clients come to see you for? What's the reason?
Ooh, well, it depends on which
The
clients that
primary.
we're talking about. I mostly work with individual black women on
Okay.
issues of colorism and texturism and how that impacts mental health and sex.
Okay.
Really?
Yep.
Wow. Wow.
So, okay, so wow, that's a whole nother
Wow.
twist, right?
It's a whole nother
Yeah,
twist.
that's
So
a
when
whole
I see
nother
couples, it's usually about communication, not having the sex that we want to be having, and how that has led to more separation within the context of their marriage.
Do you get couples that come in about not necessarily having the type of sex they want to have, but the frequency?
Oh yeah.
And so what is the consensus about that?
Okay, so
Let's talk.
this is okay.
Like the thing turned into someone's having sex once every 2, 3, 4 months, and that is not what someone
That's
else
not
signed
healthy,
up.
yeah.
And that's not what they want. Now, whether or not it's healthy, it's negligible. But if it's not what you want, it's definitely not great for your mental health,
Right,
for sure.
right.
But sort of trying to negotiate those boundaries. Why aren't you having the sex you want? What's been going on that's sort of stopping you from having the frequency that you like? But usually it's communication. There may be some pain or other chronic illness involved.
Well, what if
and
you
it's
just
like
have
stuff that people don't talk about?
Two people who love the sex with each other, but one person desires it every day and the other person doesn't?
She's saying I desire it a lot more than she does. I want to have sex daily. She wants to have sex weekly, or once a week, or twice a week.
Twice a week.
And I don't.
There's a lot of stuff going on in our
Yeah.
lives, and a woman with working 10 hours a day and kids and spotlight over the city and like.
So then how do you make time for your erotic self?
Yeah, how do you do that?
You mean like sex?
Your erotic.
I mean, your erotic self.
Erotic.
So not just connecting with your husband sexually, but how y'all connect intimately. How you just hang out with one another. Do you make time daily to just be in each other's presence and just soak that in without the kids?
Without social media.
Yeah.
Social media has to be toned down, not the kids.
Yeah.
Social media, yeah. That is the kids. And so gotta tone that down, yeah. You gotta be present.
How
right?
do I? Well, you know, the thing is, we have time. I mean, we live together, so obviously we have some time, personal time together every day. But it's not the type of erotic time that we had, obviously, when we were dating. We dated long distance though, so we only saw each other once a month, and we were like going crazy. And now he's like, "Wait a minute, what happened to that?" I'm like, "Baby, we used to see each other. We used to see each other once a month."
I still be on the go crazy.
So
part.
it's that missing you, where you been, baby.
Yeah, I used to go crazy for 4 days in a row, but now I'm not that person because I don't have to go for a whole month. He didn't starve me out, so it's like two times a week. I'm like, that's magnificent, and he's like, hell no.
You went from 1 to 2 to 2 to 3.
I said 2.
You saw how she snuck it in there, Doc.
I started to say 2
1
to
to
3,
2
but I was
now,
like,
2
you
to
know,
3.
on average, it's probably 2.
So then, how often would make sense to come together on? So if someone is every day and someone is twice a week, it's trying to figure out what is the healthy balance for both people, so that you can still live the lives you want to live as individuals while also having the sex life that you want to have.
Okay.
Now that gets more difficult when someone only wants sex once a month and someone else wants sex every day.
Thank God you don't have that, baby. Ain't no once a month action going on here. I don't even want that.
Yeah, that wouldn't work.
No.
She gotta learn how to do all that. See that? Show it. What? Do it again. Do that.
Well, wait. That's what I be doing in the bathroom all the time.
3-4 times a week.
No.
Naked. Do it naked.
Yeah, no.
Or with some sexy lingerie on or something like that.
It's so hard to be sexy in the wintertime, though. I be so cold.
This little grandma over here, I'm cold. She got sexy flannel. This joker come out with the flannel footy flannels on. Talking about it's cold.
Sexy flannel.
Wait, you know what? Wait till it warm up, babe. Wait till it warm up, babe.
But I still bust it down. I take that flannel off if I have to. Now say I don't.
Okay, but we want it to not be have to. We want it to be like that.
Okay.
That need to.
Let them know.
Got to.
Okay.
Got to have it.
Can someone entrepreneurs, spirited people out there that's into fashion, like someone like a Brian Lamont, so anybody, try to get with a team and create some sexy flannel warm attire for women. So in the wintertime, we can still be sexy but warm. There's the solution.
Yes.
Matching socks. Does anybody on Facebook have any questions? Lavelle, do you have any sex questions for Dr. Donna? Does anyone over here?
Hey, let Cuz weigh in. Cuz weigh in on this one. I got to hit Lavelle.
No. Oh, no.
God want to hear about your sex
Don't let Lavelle weigh in. I didn't mean to ask you, Lavelle. Skip you. Felicia, you got any questions?
No, don't skip Cuz.
Yeah.
Let Cuz weigh in on this.
We all ashy in the winter.
ashy in the winter.
There is nothing sexy about being ashy.
You cold and ashy. We just need some grace in the winter.
Chapped.
Yeah, it's hard. It really is. And I just need my husband to extend some grace in the wintertime. Just like I do when you have on your flannel pants and you be cold and sleeping in thermals and stuff. And I be wanting to feel your skin. But I understand. I just need some grace.
Okay, grace it is.
Okay then.
You got that. It's in the middle. It's got to be middle ground.
Middle ground.
Yeah, I mean, so if she want to have sex once a week, and I want to have sex 7 days a week, so she should at least go to 4.5.
What?
Yeah, half of that.
Doc,
that's half.
This math. Wait.
Half.
That math is not.
4.5. That's it.
That's math is not working out, babe.
4.5.
I don't know. Somewhere along this line.
That's not right.
You know what I told him?
Yeah, 3.5.
I told him
3.5.
3.3.
when things. I said I made a deal with him. I said when things get to a point, which they are, where I'm not even working at all no more. Mm-hmm. He gonna be able to get it bust down almost every day.
That's just talk.
Okay, well prove me wrong then.
Talk.
Yeah, because
Let's
it's in the mental. It's in the mental. Sex is mental. Am I right, Doc?
Yes, it is.
That's why when you like your boyfriend, he got the best penis in the world. and when you don't like your boyfriend no more,
sex is mental.
It became whack.
But when you're mental,
but it's the same penis though, ain't it? It's the same one, ain't it?
You can still love your partner and still be like, you know what? No, but I'm gonna pretend. And that's what a lot of people out there doing. They're lying on somebody's penis. Every man thinks he done made some lady
girl, haven't we all did? We all did.
Like, man, we all
y'all should never do
We've all done that.
I think that's wrong.
Oscar-worthy, yes.
I think y'all should stop doing that, and you should never fake an orgasm, because I think that's immature. To fake an orgasm. Be a woman about it.
I think it's not for us. I think it's for you.
Yeah, we do.
Well, how's it for who?
We do that for the man's ego.
I'm looking like a lot of women are not faking it for their own benefit.
Yeah, they fake it for the man.
Well, don't do that, because you make him think he got something going and it ain't even like real.
And I agree with that.
So then he think
I
he
look
really
like this is 2019. If we don't feel it, we don't fake it.
Yeah, I agree with that now. I'm just saying. Okay,
we don't feel it, we don't fake it.
You don't feel it, you don't fake
it. No faking this year. It's either
you don't feel it, you don't fake it.
But that comes with maturity and experience, because I have to admit, the young and comfort, because the younger Terry would be I would get the Academy Award, be like, say these things that are not true just to be like goodbye, and like.
And so now you make him think he really.
Yeah, because they come. They come next time they see me, be like, oh yeah, you running, you scared. I be like,
put it down.
Yeah, you did. Mm-hmm.
That's how I do it too sometimes, babe. You be like, yeah, I crushed it. I be like, yeah, you did, babe. You did that. And all the time be me. But I be like, yeah, you did that though, babe.
What?
Sometimes I say it. Sometimes.
Off the air, it's on now. Flannel pajamas are on tonight.
I'm joking, babe.
The biggest ones I get.
You know I'm playing, baby. You be killing it. Once or twice a week, it'd be worth 7 days. You hear me? Fireworks. It lasts a whole 7 days.
Don't try to look at them backpedaling now. Backtracking now. Nope.
Hey, but we gotta get ready to wrap it up though. So we want to know. We want you to definitely come back, because you're part of the Spotlight family now. But we definitely need you to give your
people want to make an appointment with Dr. Donna.
How do they make an appointment with you in the whole
You can find me at Anodright, ANNODRIGHT, on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. The joke is on you if you follow me on the other two. Just follow me on Instagram. That's the only place I do anything.
Okay. On Instagram, you all. Yes. If you all need to find her, go to Instagram. And you have a website too, though, right?
Yes, I do. Anodright.com, ANNODRIGHT.com. You can also get there through BlackSexualityMatters.com.
And
Black
you also
Sexuality Matters.
And you also counsel teenagers on sex-related issues as well. Do you? Would you see a teenager, like a 17-year-old?
I have seen a teenager or two. I may have a couple on my roster. Don't bring them to me.
She said, "Don't bring them."
Cool on the teenagers.
We cool on the teenagers. But if you're about 21 and up, you can come my way.
That's okay. This for big girls.
Yes, for big girls.
Not the young adults, the big girls.
And thank you to my sister, Dr. Nevison, for connecting us with this wonderful woman right here. Thank you, Cheryl. So, any other questions you all have for Dr. Donna, send them on our, go to this post right here. We've been live for the last hour. Put your questions there, and I'll make sure she gets them, and we will answer them. This will be a great discussion. Let's continue it after the show.
Yes, thank you guys for tuning in to Spotlight Over the City once again. Our sponsors, Horse and Dickey. Make sure you get out there and check them out. Get that 10%. Leverett Financial Services, along with Nelson Manor. Check them guys out. They have wonderful products, each and every one of them. And until next week, love hard, live good. God first. Spotlight Over the City.
Yay!
I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight